having done that to the healthcare assistants, they came after all migrants. Who said the people in the United Kingdom want to be trained for this job? The government in the United Kingdom spoils the people in the UK. I'm sorry to use the word spoils, but UK. Some members of the parliament are not happy that the migrants are not being given the opportunity to come to the United Kingdom. The people learn from the British that you can actually go to other people's countries illegally. I mean, hey, they colonize half of the world, and I don't think as they colonize. What is up, guys? Is it true that the UK hates migrants? This is a question that I get asked the most. In just a short space of time between last year and this year, a lot of changes have been implemented, and most of those changes affect migrants. Most of these changes make life very, very difficult for migrants. Is it that the UK does not need migrants here? Is it that the migrants are not essential here in the UK? In my opinion, because I'm entitled to my opinion, in my opinion, the migrants here in the United Kingdom are very, very important and really essential. They're actually needed here in the United Kingdom, especially those who came into the United Kingdom legally. They came to UK because the UK needs them. If the UK did not need them, if the UK did not say we need migrants from overseas, they're not going to come to the United Kingdom. And them being so essential, why is it that the UK is constantly making changes to make life very difficult for them? Very, very difficult for them. As we speak, as of this week, all the fees have gone up, whether it's visa fees, immigration health search fees, indefinite leave to remain. If you want to become a citizen here in UK, the fees have gone up. So why is it that all these fees have gone up? Why are migrants subjected to all these changes? So this is what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I'm going to reveal to you the major reason why the migrants are constantly being subjected to so many changes which make life unbearable for them, because money is not easy to come by, for starters, guys. Secondly, I know that a lot of people might think that the UK hates a lot of migrants, but guys, there is a division in the parliament. In as much as they don't want migrants here in the UK, some members of the parliament are not happy that the migrants are not being given the opportunity to come to the United Kingdom. And you'll find out the reason why they are not happy in the video. If you're coming across my beautiful face for the first time, you are welcome. My name is Pauline Popomoyo. I've been living and working in the UK for the past 7 years. And yes, I'm a migrant. As it is, I'm in uniform because I'm ready to go to work, because I am essential. I am needed here in the United Kingdom. My skills are needed here in the United Kingdom. And as I speak, 42 residents await me to come to work so that I come and render my services. If you like content on how you can migrate to overseas without breaking a bank, you want to find out about life in the UK, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the bizarre, or you want to find out information on how you can effectively lose weight, then this is the channel for you. Do subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss any of my videos. And without wasting any of your time, let's get into it. Guys, why is it that it feels as if the UK does not want people who come from overseas legally? I would understand if people were coming from overseas illegally. Not that I would understand, because I believe the people learn from the United Kingdom, the people learn from the British that you can actually go to other people's countries illegally. I mean, hey, they colonized half of the world, and I don't think as they colonized the world, they moved there legally. They went there illegally, and the majority of people learned from the masters themselves. So why are they not happy about people coming into UK legally? What do I mean by legally? For example, I came to UK legally using the skilled worker visa. The UK said they don't have nurses. We like nurses to come from overseas. And I came with my skills from overseas to come and work in the United Kingdom. which means I came here legally, but it seems like they are making life very difficult for people who come from overseas. First, it was the healthcare assistants, people who are so essential in the UK. As from 11 March 2024, these people who are essential are no longer allowed to bring in their dependents into the United Kingdom. Why am I saying the healthcare assistants are essential? It's because they are doing a brilliant job. They come here, they go and work in care homes, they do domiciliary care, they work in hospitals. They are rendering services which people here in the United Kingdom are not able to render. They are taking care of your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your grandmothers in the care homes, assisting them with feeds, assisting them with mobility, bathing, grooming, feeding, repositioning, changing their pets, all those essential activities, guys. So imagine a situation whereby you go to work 12 hours per day. And as for domiciliary carers, they even work for 16 hours a day, taking care of people, doing your job with a passion. And as soon as you knock off after a 12-hour shift, you go home to an empty house. You don't have your children with you to be happy that mommy has come back home. You don't have a husband who's going to give you that tender loving care and fulfill the conjugal rights and ask you how your day was at work, because believe you me, working here in UK can be so stressful. And after working so hard, you just go home to an empty place. You have no husband, you have no children here, because the UK wants your services, but they don't want you to bring your family here. Whilst family here in the United Kingdom is such an important unity. We all know how important our families are. We all know how important our loved ones are. But no, the healthcare assistants have to come to the UK, render their services, take care of their loved ones, render their services, take care of their loved ones here in the United Kingdom, but they are not awarded the opportunity to be with their loved ones. Do you think that is fair? Going home to an empty house after a 12-hour shift when you've got a family, it is not nice. After having done that to the healthcare assistants, they came after all migrants. The visa fees are going up. The United Kingdom is the one which specifically said they want skilled workers from overseas. In fact, last year they came up with an immigration shortage list which has got 23 occupations which are essential. And the immigration shortage list is not the only list where they need skilled workers. The immigration shortage list is for those who are not able to meet the salary threshold, because the UK increased the salary threshold from around 18,000 something all the way to 38,700. So there are certain occupations which don't meet the eligibility criteria for 38,700 pounds. They fall under the immigration shortage list. For example, the healthcare assistants. But for other skilled workers like the nurses, the engineers, you have to earn 38,700 pounds per annum, making it very difficult for skilled workers to come from overseas. While they've got a critical shortage here in the United Kingdom. They've got a critical shortage in all the sectors, because if they didn't have a critical shortage, the ISL list wouldn't be in existence. And skilled workers from overseas or this salary threshold, all that wouldn't be in existence. But because they've got shortage, they've got the ISL list, and they also have the skilled worker visa route, so that skilled workers can come from overseas. But for you to relocate to UK as a skilled worker, guys, this is what is expected from you. We are going to calculate from the time you come into the UK to the time you get your indefinite leave to remain and your citizenship. How much is going to be required from you? If you are a skilled worker, for example, if you are a nurse, or if you are someone who earns a salary of 38,700 and above, most of these skilled workers are permitted to bring in their dependents. So this amount of money which we are going to calculate, guys, it means if you've got 5 family members, each and every family member is going to pay this amount. So let's calculate it, guys. So visa fees are 1,519 for 5 years, and you have to pay IHS, which is £5,175 in 5 years. And if you get your ILR and citizenship, you have to pay 3,092 plus 1,605, bringing the total to 11,328. So guys, you see, Skilled workers are needed from overseas, but you have to pay well over £50,000 if you are to relocate together with your family over a period of 5 years. I mean, saving that amount of money is not easy peasy lemon squeezy. But why is the UK doing that? This is the main reason why the UK is doing that.
We will publish a white paper imminently which sets out a plan to reduce immigration. The Migration Advisory Committee is already conducting a review. And where we find clear evidence of sectors that are over-reliant on immigration, we will reform the points-based system and make sure that applications for the relevant visa routes, whether it's the skilled worker route or the shortage occupation list, will now come with new expectations on training people here in our country. We will also crack down on any abuse of the visa routes. For far too long, we've been casual about malpractice in our labour market, which sends a clear signal overseas that we're a soft touch. Well, no more. Our rules will be enforced. Any employers who refuse to play ball, they'll be banned from hiring overseas labour.
So the Prime Minister of UK has mentioned that they want to train domestic talent so that instead of hiring from overseas, they can hire within the United Kingdom. But who said the people in the United Kingdom are going to be willing to be trained so that they go and work as carers, so that they go and work as nurses, so that they go and work? Who said they are willing? Because if you look at life in the United Kingdom, for those who are not working, life can be super easy for them. Why do I say life can be super easy for them? Government in the United Kingdom spoils the people in the UK. I'm sorry to use the word spoils, but if I'm looking at it, to me it appears as if they are being spoiled. Why? Because the UK has got something which is referred to as the universal credit. Universal credit is payment, money given to you by the government to cater for your living expenses, which you can be given once monthly or twice monthly to cater for your living expenses. If, for example, you are 18 and above and you are not working, you don't have a job, or you are looking for a job, or you don't have accommodation, or things like that, the government pays you universal credit. The number of people in the UK getting universal credit in January was 7.5 million. 7.5 million people, and they say this is the highest number since 2013. And the majority of them are the working age group. People who are supposed to be going to work. 24-year-olds, the 30-year-olds, 34-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, up to the age of 65, people who are supposed to be going to work, but they are claiming universal credit. And do you know how much you get from universal credit, guys? If you are in London, the maximum that you can get as a single person is £1,413, guys, as a single person. And if you are a couple or a single parent, the maximum that you can get from universal credit is £2,110. Yes, you heard me right. £2,110 that you can get as cash from the government to take care of you because you are not working. Not only that, universal credit can cover up to 80% cost of childcare, with a maximum of £1,031 for one child and a maximum of up to £1,700 for two children. Not only that, you are also given accommodation by the government here in the United Kingdom. And if you are to pay rent, it will be at a subsidized amount. You are not going to be paying 1,500 or whatever. The rent is going to be very cheap. So with all those benefits, are they going to be able to succeed so that they train domestic talent? If you're getting £2,000, let's say I'm a single parent here, I'm given £2,100 per month, and towards my child care expenses, I'm given up to a maximum of £1,700 per month, and I'm given free accommodation. Will I be willing to go and train so that I go and work as a care assistant? How much are care assistants getting in the United Kingdom? You get it, guys. That's why sometime this week they're complaining that the white paper that the Prime Minister has talked about has not come out. And here is the reason why they believe this white paper has not come out. Remember, even the students who are coming from overseas, guys, they've been affected by all these changes. Migrants coming from overseas as students have been affected by all these changes. They cannot bring in their dependents anymore. The amount of money that they need from them as proof of everything has changed, and this has affected a lot of things. Listen to this, guys.
Once again, I mean, immigration often in the news, but this time it's because Starmer's blueprint to cut immigration has apparently been delayed. This is, of course, a white paper, and it was basically how to reduce net migration, something that, of course, every single government of every who promises they'll do, being pushed back until after Easter. It's about, basically, as we see official figures back in 2023, net migration reached nearly 1 million. In fact, it's its gross immigration, the actual number of people coming to this country is about 1.2 million, but we have some people who leave as well. They've said they want to get net migration down, but the reality is the cabinet is massively divided on this issue, aren't they?
Well, all of these decisions in government have huge consequences, whatever you take position on. And here we have another one where the cabinet itself is split. Why? Because if you are the university's secretary, you need to make sure that the universities keep on having this constant pipeline of foreign students coming in. Why? Because they pay full fees for the universities.
So, guys, this is the main reason why it appears as if, or maybe it is a reality, I don't know, that the UK does not want people from overseas because the migration levels skyrocketed. So, guys, this is one of the major reasons why there are so many changes which affects migrants. There is a new government which came into power last year, and that new government, they made a promise that they're going to bring migration levels down. And if they made a promise that they're going to bring migration levels down, if they make penetrating UK easy for people, it means they're not going to be able to bring the migration levels down. But in my opinion, they're not going to be able to bring the migration levels down because they have got a critical shortage of skilled workers in the United Kingdom. There are no nurses, there are no doctors, there are no carers, there are no engineers, no IT specialists, no people in the construction industry. They don't have people in the United Kingdom, and I don't think people are going to be willing to be trained domestically when they've got all those benefits to go and work. Why would someone want to work hard as a care assistant when manna can fall from heaven coming from the government? Because working as a care assistant, working as a nurse is not easy here in the United Kingdom. It's very, very tough. Not only is the job challenging itself, but what we face from our employers, amount of abuse that we take in, the amount of suffering that we take in is just too much, guys. It is just too much. The shortage in UK, guys, is appalling. Go to the NHS. I once went to the NHS as an emergency case. I spent 12 hours in A&E because there's no staff. There's critical shortage, as it is because they hide the salary threshold. They are not able to bring nurses from overseas, but they've got a serious shortage of nurses. Don't know what you think of this information that I've shared with you guys. Do you think the UK is going to succeed in bringing down the migration levels? If it succeeds in bringing down the migration levels, are people in the UK going to be willing to be trained, the domestic talent that they're looking for, to be trained to go and do all these jobs which are being done by migrants? Do you think the migrants are going to stay in the United Kingdom? And do you think the migrants are going to stay in the UK if they are being subjected to this? Every now and then you can't bring your dependents to UK. Every now and then the visa fees have gone up. Every now and then for you to become a citizen you have to pay large sums of money. So do you think migrants are going to happily stay in the United Kingdom, or they'll come for 2-3 years and before they get their indefinite leave to remain, they'll japa? A lot of nurses are moving to Australia. A lot of nurses are moving to America from the United Kingdom. So do you think it's still worth coming to the UK in 2025, guys? In my last video, I indicated that there's going to be a part 2 of the video because I was talking of nurses leaving the United Kingdom to Australia. And one of the comments said, but Popo hasn't left. And that is another thing which I'm going to address in that part 2 video. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss the video when I come and talk about whether it is worth coming to UK in 2025, or it is worth carrying your bags and fleeing the United Kingdom to go to Australia, or fleeing the United Kingdom to go to America. Otherwise, guys, this is all that I wanted to share with you. If you've watched this video up to this far, do smash that like button, share this video with those who are in UK and those who are overseas, subscribe to my channel, it is free, turn on the notification bell so that you never miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye. In just a short space of time. No, I don't have to shout because I've got this. All right.